Hey guys! We're taking a few minutes out of our busy schedule with the McLaren rebuild project and showing you guys around the VanPowers Grand Teton Ultra e-bike. So VanPowers, I'm ready to be impressed. Let's get out of the box and see what we're working with. So this is the VanPowers Grand Teton Ultra. It's a 48 volt, 14.7 amp hour e-bike with a mid-drive motor, front suspension, rear seat air suspension, hydraulic brakes, 26-inch by 4-inch wheels, and a VanPowers driven user interface that can be connected to their app. Setup didn't take much time at all. It was really straightforward, and it was a very good looking bike. All right, well, you guys are looking at the VanPowers Grand Teton Ultra e-bike. Overall, obviously, first thoughts, pretty standard. You got the fat tires, definitely more of a mountain bike, but obviously will go very nicely on the road as well. Very nice red and black paint on this thing. We have the 500 watt mid-drive motor down here. And I think it is worth noting it is an Inja motor. It's not a Bafang motor like we normally see. You have hydraulic Tektro disc brakes, front and rear, adjustable front suspension and air seat suspension. It is a hardtail on the frame though. But yeah, overall pretty standard. So let's go over software really quick. You have your user interface over here. You have a smaller display over here. And I may need to go to the garage to do this. Much easier to see in the garage and taking the plastic off. So let's go over software. You have your main display here, obviously your speed, your pedal assist.
Boost mode.
Wow, it even talks to you. How about that?
Eco mode.
I guess I will notice with that, it is connected via the Van Life app. You can actually connect the app to it and probably change a few settings and stuff in here. And then scrolling through with the I button, you can see various different screens here and then back to the main one. Hold the headlight button down to turn it on and off. It was on, that's why the screen was so dark. And now that the headlight's off, definitely bright enough to see in the daytime too, no big deal there. Yeah, I'm excited to get this thing on the road. Let's get it on a first ride. That's a seat button. What the frick is that? The heck? Okay, this seat was driving me crazy because it was all the way like this and I couldn't push it down. In the normal Allen bolt wouldn't do anything. This is a freaking seat adjustment lever. I've never seen this before. What the freak is this technology? Is there no throttle on this thing? What the freak is this? I guess I'll just go out on a limb and say there's no throttle on this thing. Let's put it in boost mode and let's just start pedaling this thing. I'm pedaling as lightly as I can, just so I'm letting the powertrain do most of the work, but it's not bad. I can definitely tell the harder I pedal, the harder it pushes with the motors. I like there just being a physical throttle though, I don't know, that's just me coming from motorcycles and everything. Sometimes I don't want to be pedaling, man. I know for 90% of the population this isn't a big deal, but hey, 10% of us want just a physical throttle, and that's it. So first impressions, the screen is really nice. It's like a high resolution and just like high tech looking kind of screen. I know it's small and very minimalist, but it's a nice screen. Like I know a nice screen when I see one. All right, I would say this is probably a nicer screen than most. But yeah, we're cruising at like 19 miles per hour and it's not hard pedaling by any means. It feels very natural. I wasn't even thinking about it because I'm so cool riding this thing, but like overall comfort, I don't feel many balls. It's very comfortable. Reset that. Reset max speed. There we go. That's all we need. Let's see if we're tracking here. Yeah, we are tracking. Let's go for a top speed. I think, you know what? I'll just give it a good old hard pedal. See how fast it'll give us. So let's freaking do it. It's limited at 20. I can't even pedal. I can't pedal much harder than this. And we're only at 22. Wow. But I'm gonna just keep freaking pedaling. All right, and we're just gonna keep consistent top speed as possible for the GPS. Woo! Let's get this thing on a full range test. Let's freaking do it. This is gonna be my cardio for the day, for the week. But like, I'm barely pedaling and it just holds me at 20 miles per hour, what it's limited at. For a bike that I can't just throttle and go, you know, it's really not bad. It's probably about as refined as this system could be. Not bad. So if this is something you prefer, really good bike for it. And it's very comfortable, man. All right, out on the VanPowers Grand Teton Ultra, we're gonna do a hill test right over there. So let's see if we can do it. All right, just gonna consistently just pedal the lowest speed that I possibly can. All right, not too bad, not too bad. So we begin the full range test, and the one thing I'll mention stood out to me by far was just the overall comfort of the riding experience. Not once did I feel like I needed to take a break over the couple hours I was riding it. And at first glance, you might think the seat looks like it could get a little uncomfortable, but it really didn't. Something I think contributed to the comfort of it was just how balanced the bike was. It's a very planted and heavy feeling bike, but still very maneuverable. As far as performance goes, it performed really well too. Plenty of torque in gear 5 and 6 to pull right over these mild hills I was riding over, though you'll definitely want a lower gear if you're going to be climbing extremely steep hills. However, a very well-rounded bike in almost all regards, and definitely geared for both commuting and light-duty off-road fun. Just handles dirt roads no problem, and this is by no means a smooth path either. It's not bad, but there's plenty of bumps to hit here, and man, I don't feel like any of it. Between the front suspension and the seat suspension, not bad at all. Let's see how it does climbing this hill. I'm gonna go ahead and ramp it up a couple gears to like the top speed, highest gear. All right, let's see what it can do. I'm pedaling, I'd probably say I'm at a medium strength pedal right now. And my voice probably is a little bit jumpy, but it's really actually not all that bad. And there's some massive bumps out here, massive bumps. Definitely geared for more off-roading type situations. I mean, it does great on either, pavement or off-road, but it's nice to be able to do both if you need to, So one thing I didn't realize is this seat adjustment on the handlebars. But like if you're off-roading and stuff and you just need like an extra little boost on the seat, or if you want to put it lower or something, I can see where the benefit would be for that. Overall, pretty smooth. Brake test from 20, 3, 2, 1. That stops really well. Yeah, I think I have my head wrapped around this thing, so let's go ahead and just talk about it for a minute. It's pedal assist only, so there's actually no like throttle and go on this bike, which isn't a big deal for what it is. So as far as the actual performance on the bike goes, range test I just got back from yesterday, and I got roughly 35, 36 miles out of one charge. Obviously that's with pedal assist, so I was assisting this bike. On all my other reviews, obviously I just go throttle and go just so we can kind of compare the different powertrains without any rider input. Anyway, basically 35 miles per one charge with the lightest pedaling I possibly could do to have it stay at 20 miles per hour as the, the capped speed that it has. Hill test did good. It has plenty of, torque to get up hills. But it is mid-drive motor, so it is actually optimized for kind of mountain biking and whatnot. You can actually use gearing to your advantage with the mid-drive motor. So mid-drive is really nice. That's probably why it's priced $2,600 or so. Overall quality definitely not bad. The frame, all the welding and everything looks good. The paint looks good. And it was actually far more comfortable than I expected. That was one thing I didn't even think to mention on that first ride that we did, because I was like so comfortable. I didn't think, of like discomfort at all. So I wasn't even thinking about it. But the air suspension seat is actually really nice. I would have never known that it's a hardtail bike because I couldn't feel any of the rear vibration or bumps or anything. And then the front suspension obviously does its job really well. Overall comfort, really, really good. Rider interface is good too. It has a nice screen, although it is small, but the software is simple and easy to use. I do really like these like integrated, I think it's just a cool little technology quirk, but the integrated tail like running lights on the bike. Let's see, if I turn it on the headlight, they should light up. So I think that's really cool. Fat tires, mid-drive motor, good braking, and just the overall gearing and stuff is really optimized for maybe some light duty off-road fun as well as on-road fun as well. Overall, really nice. The only complaint I really do have about it is maybe it's capped at 20 miles per hour. I like to go a little faster than that. It doesn't have throttle and go, which I'm a big fan of. So it's not really a negative against the bike. It's just, you know, what it's built for. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave a link below to this thing if you guys want to check more into it and the specs out and everything yourselves. There's a link to the website below. We're gonna go back over to the McLaren and get back to work on that thing and get that thing fired up ASAP. So catch you guys then. Thanks for watching.